Okay. Good morning. We are getting ready to go here. Can't see anything out of this windshield. Let's see. Okay. So today is Thursday. Almost the end of the week. One thing that's come up for me lately, let me just check to see if I'm still recording. Hold on. Alright, cool. We're still recording. One thing is not to take everything so seriously. And I say everything because if we look at all things from the same lens, we often get a distorted perception of things. And what I mean by that is that there's only a few things that I think should be taken seriously. And that is your health, your family, and your purpose. Outside of that, I don't know that anything else is really worth considering seriously. Now, of course, your health can be related to your job, your financial health, your emotional health, well-being, your physical health and well-being. But if you don't have those things, everything is different. And so, there's this guy who was part of the men's group I was involved with that has throat cancer. And it's just, my prayers, my thoughts are with him. But it's just so humbling, and I've seen it from other people as well, to see that the sickness will bring people to their knees. And when I've been sick, appendicitis or stomach viruses, etc., COVID, it is shocking how few things really matter in those moments. And how the prayers that we give, the thoughts that we have are all centered around getting better, generally speaking. And so don't take things so seriously, because I know that's a mistake I've made in the past. I've ignored signs and red flags because I've taken the thing so seriously. So what I'm trying to get at is, I was talking to my buddy Seb yesterday, again, of course, featured character in my life, and we were talking about how when the market, the financial market, and how it relates to things in your life, and how when you expect a result, when your confidence has been built up, you'll often ignore signs or rules that you previously established. For some context, somebody in a relationship might give you a lot of red signs early on, but you ignore it because it's going so well that you ignore your own rules and boundaries and end up losing at the end of the day. And so one thing that a member at the gym told me, he was acknowledging me, and I appreciate it, was he was saying, you're very self-reflective, even-keeled, calm, measured. You're a very measured guy. And he said, some people have to go to prison until they realize how to do that. Or some people go their whole lives without being measured. And I had to, I appreciated his acknowledgement, but I also had to emphasize that it takes a lot of work to not only come off this way, that coming off this way is a byproduct of doing the work that's involved in order to be measured. And measured for me, at least the way that I experience it, is being calm, cool, and collected, right? And the way that I do that is I journal. And I can go deeper into that in another video perhaps, but I journal and essentially just get everything out of my mind onto the page and try to ask myself questions to get to the root answer of whatever challenge I'm going through. I do journaling, I do breath work typically, actually almost always, Wim Hof method, and then I do meditation, and that is Sam Harris's Waking Up app. So I do those pretty much every day. Sometimes I miss a day or two, but I'm pretty consistent. And then I work out a couple times a week and track my macros. So the list is growing, as you see. But and semen retention, NoFap. I'm doing all these different things, and they all work in tandem to create an experience of a measured life. And so, yeah, I would say what I'm trying to get at is don't take things too seriously, because at the end of the fucking day, as long as you're alive and people you care about are alive, and you have something you're working towards, a why, and that why can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. That why can be anything. There's no how-to on how to do that. You come up with it. If it lights you up, if it pushes you forward, then that's what it is. Those things are the only things that really make the difference. And so whenever you're thinking about these trivial things, like I have, with people not texting you back, or conflicts at work, etc., like, it doesn't really matter ultimately, right? And so the more energy we give it, the bigger it becomes. And some things aren't worth exploring. You know, there was a point of contention with one of my good friends. Not a contention, but like, I remember saying something a few years ago, and he was like, it's not that deep. And I thought about that statement, it's not that deep. And I was like, well, it can be deep. And in this, whatever the context was, I was like, I want to explore it. However, not everything is worth exploring. Not everything is worth going deep with. So you have to be able to discern that. I got to pick up some gas here, or fill it up with some gas. So I will see you on the next one. A little bit of a ramble today, but that's what it is.